Happy BPD Awareness Month, all my borderline personality baddies. If you don't know what borderline personality disorder is, it's a personality disorder that impacts 1.4 to 5.9% of Americans. Now, I can't speak to the common experience because I'm not everyone, and I know that BPD can look different. I believe that all mental health issues run on a spectrum of severity, and I've been told that if on a spectrum that I'm on the lower end, so I have like less symptoms or they're less intense or they last less time than other people who have BPD. That is not to say that people who have, BPD that's less intense, that it's not valid or that it's not real or that, you're okay. You have something that needs to be and deserves to be treated. That is where I stand on BPD. Now, I say that, and just last week I went through the DSM with some of the diagnostic material, and yeah, he said that I fit 7 out of the 9 criteria that is diagnosable for having BPD. So, although I'm on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of my reactions and my mood, regulation, and things like that, I still fit 7 out of the 9 criteria, meaning that I do, in fact, still have BPD, and I still experience a lot of the symptoms. The symptoms I'm talking about are usually when I'm triggered. Now, when I'm triggered, people with BPD do something called splitting, where your mind splits into two sides of everything. It's black and white. Black being all bad, white being all good. So, for example, if me and my girlfriend get into an argument, she disagrees with me, I split, okay? And now she's either all good or all bad. But we're in an argument, so it feels like she's against me. So then my brain deems her as all bad, so everything that she does is threatening to me. Like, I'm in fight or flight, and I feel like she is a threat to me. Although she's not, we're allowed to disagree. She's allowed to have an opposing opinion. That's just where my brain goes. Now, because I split and because I have this black and white, often this impacts relationships, like with my girlfriend. But not just romantic relationships, although those are the most 80% of BPD symptoms go away when you're not in a romantic relationship, but it impacts more than just a romantic relationship. This also impacts friendships. If someone does something and your brain switches to deem them all bad and you cut them off, well, now you have no friends. But that's because you split, and splitting is a natural part of untreated borderline personality disorder. It still occurs when you're being treated, medicated, or doing DBT, but you learn to manage these symptoms. With that being said, I am now in my second partial hospitalization program, and I will say that DBT has made so much of a difference for my ability to process things and my ability to have conversations that are healthy and productive. So if you have BPD, I highly, highly, highly recommend you finding someone who specializes in DBT, finding a support group for DBT skills,